India is one of the world's fastest growing major economies, with a population of over 14 billion and a GDP of $3.7 trillion. The country's business landscape is evolving rapidly, offering both opportunities and challenges to entrepreneurs and investors. The Indian market is diverse and complex, with significant regional variations in culture, language, and consumer behavior. Understanding these nuances is key to success in India's business landscape. India is a land of opportunities, but it's not an easy market to crack. You need to have a deep understanding of the local culture and the regulatory environment. And you need to be patient and persistent. India's regulatory environment can be challenging, with complex laws and bureaucracy. However, the government has launched several initiatives in recent years to ease the business environment and attract foreign investment. India is a very attractive market for us. We see a lot of potential here, especially in sectors like technology and healthcare. However, we also face challenges such as infrastructure bottlenecks and a shortage of skilled labor. India's tech sector is booming, with a thriving startup ecosystem and a large pool of tech talent. The country has also emerged as a global hub for outsourcing and offshoring, thanks to its low-cost, English-speaking workforce. India is a great place to start a tech business. The market is huge, and there's a lot of support available for startups. However, you need to be prepared for intense competition and constantly evolving consumer preferences. India's consumer market is diverse and rapidly evolving, with a growing middle class and increasing consumer spending. However, consumer behavior can be hard to predict, and companies need to be flexible and adaptive to succeed. India's consumer market is very dynamic, with different regions and demographic groups having distinct preferences and behaviors. To succeed in India, companies need to adopt a hyper-local approach and be willing to experiment and iterate. India is home to the world's second largest population, with over 1.4 billion people. This large population presents a massive consumer market and a growing pool of skilled labor. India is a global hub for technology and IT services, with the industry contributing over 7.4% to the country's GDP in 2022. The sector is projected to grow at a CAGR of 12.5% between 2021 to 26, driven by digital transformation and automation. Agriculture is a critical sector in India, employing over 50% of the country's workforce. The sector is also a significant contributor to the country's GDP, accounting for over 18.3% in 2022. India's geographical location makes it a strategic hub for trade and commerce, with access to both the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal. The country's ports handled over 3.3 billion metric tons of cargo in 2022, making it the 13th largest port in the world. India's retail market is projected to grow at a CAGR of 10.5% between 2021 to 26, driven by rising incomes and changing consumer behavior. The country's e-commerce market is also rapidly expanding, with over 800 million internet users and growing smartphone penetration. India is the world's largest provider of business process outsourcing (BPO) services, with a market share of over 57%. The sector employs over 1.3 million people and is projected to grow at a CAGR of 8.5% between 2021 to 26. India's business landscape is diverse and dynamic, with a massive consumer market, a growing tech sector, and a strategic location for trade and commerce. However, the country also faces challenges such as infrastructure bottlenecks, a complex regulatory environment, and a shortage of skilled labor. India is the world's sixth largest economy by nominal GDP and the third largest by purchasing power parity. Its GDP is projected to grow at a CAGR of 6.8% between 2021 to 26, making it one of the fastest growing major economies in the world. India is home to a rapidly growing startup ecosystem, with over 50,000 startups and counting. The country's startups raised over $130 billion in funding in 2022, driven by sectors such as e-commerce, fintech, and edtech. Voiceover: India is one of the world's leading renewable energy markets, with a target of achieving 175 gigawatts of renewable energy capacity by 2022. The country added over 14 gigawatts of solar capacity in 2022 alone, making it the third largest solar market in the world. Cut to a shot of a busy street in Mumbai. India's retail market is projected to reach $1.75 trillion by 2026, driven by factors such as rising incomes, urbanization, and increasing consumer spending. The country's e-commerce market is also projected to grow at a CAGR of 21% between 2021 to 26, driven by factors such as smartphone penetration and digital payments. India's consumer market is incredibly diverse, with different regions and demographic groups having distinct preferences and behaviors. Companies that can tap into these nuances and offer localized products and services are likely to succeed. Cut to a shot of a bustling call center in Delhi. India's BPO sector is a major employer, with over 1.3 million people employed in the industry. India's ports play a vital role in the country's trade and commerce, with over 90% of India's foreign trade being conducted through its ports. The country's government has launched several initiatives to modernize and streamline its port infrastructure, making it more attractive for global businesses. India's business landscape is vast and complex, but the data and statistics show that it is also full of potential and growth opportunities. For businesses looking to expand into India or tap into its market, it's essential to understand the country's unique market dynamics and tailor strategies accordingly. That's all for our exploration of India's business landscape. From its massive consumer market to its growing tech sector and strategic location for trade and commerce, India is a fascinating market full of potential for growth and success. But as with any market, success in India requires a deep understanding of its culture, people, and business environment. With the right approach and a willingness to invest time and effort, businesses can tap into India's vast potential and thrive in this dynamic and ever-evolving market. Thanks for joining us today. Don't forget like and subscribe for more insights on the world's most fascinating business markets. Until next time, Namaste.